Good morning, guys. Good morning. Good morning. Oh, boy. Crazy times, huh? Let's organize this a little bit here on my desk. Boom. There we go. It's cold out here. It is cold over here in South Florida, believe it or not. You know, cold for our standards anyways. Let me see. What temperature do we got here? I'm going to tell you right now. Today... What? It's 46 outside. I'm not going anywhere. It's 46. Morning, Dwayne. Shaken. Umberto, what's up, guys? It's 46. That's insane. Let me see what it's like down. Man, I wish I was down in my Keys house. It's 61 over there. It's crazy. It's 46 and it's going to be in the 50s all day until 1. Then we're in the 60s. And then right back in the 40s and 50s at night. Who the hell turned on the AC outside? It's crazy. Well, guys, it's cold. No, 46 degrees Fahrenheit. It's cold for Miami. 46 Fahrenheit is cold in Miami. That's... Yeah, see? Where Umberto's from, he says 46 is summer. Morning, Cindy. Yeah, it's cold out here. The coldest I've ever seen it here, and this was cold. And I'm pretty confident just about everybody will agree it's cold. The coldest I've ever seen it here. And it was wild because I had driven from Atlanta all the way down to Miami, one fell swoop. And... it was 18, 17, 16 degrees in Atlanta. I was dying to get to Miami. By the time I got here, it was 18 degrees here. 18. It's disrespectful. I don't pay these property taxes for 18-degree weather. Let's jump into these charts. That's today's little story of the day. Let me go ahead and share the link out and let everybody know we're live on Twitter World. In Twitter World, let them know we're live on YouTube World. All right. All right, there we go. 83 degrees Fahrenheit here in Singapore. Wow, man, nice. That's like our spring and summer. Cindy, it is disrespectful. Oh, man. All right, guys, let's take a peek out here, see what's going on. Boom, boom, boom. All right, Umberto, drive safe, bud. See you in the Discord. Guys, the link is pinned up there to the top. You can join us in the free Discord. Today is Free Chat Monday. So we will be streaming all day in the Discord for free. Here's the link, just in case you're not a part of the Discord. Bang. Join us there. We'll be streaming all day for free. All right. So let's take a quick peek here. Let's see what's going on. Stock set off. Stock futures fell Monday following the S&P 500's worst week since March 2020 as investors awaited more corporate earnings results. Whoops. No thanks. Okay, the early Monday action followed a brutal week on Wall Street. In the face of mixed company earnings and worries about rising interest rates, the S&P 500 lost 5.7% last week and closed below its 200-day moving average. A key technical level for the first time since June 2020. The blue chip Dow fell 4.6% for its worst week since October 2020. The sell-off in the tech-heavy Nasdaq composite was more severe, with benchmarks dropping 7.6% last week, notching the fourth straight weekly loss. The index now sits at more than 14% below its November record close, falling deeper into correction territory. So the Nasdaq is just a stair step away from bear market. The fourth quarter earnings season have been mixed. While more than 70% of the S&P 500 companies that have reported results have topped Wall Street estimates, a couple of key firms let down investors last week, including Goldman Sachs and Netflix. Let's see here. Peloton shares fell about 1.3% in pre-market trading following news that activist investor Blackwells is calling for an interactive fitness company to fire CEO John Foley and seek a buyer. Another crucial market driver will be the Fed's policy meeting, which wraps up on Wednesday. Investors are anxious to find out any signals that how much the central bank will raise interest rates this year and when it will start. The Federal Open Market Committee, the FOMC, which sets interest rates, meets with expectations that it won't act at this meeting, but will tee up the first of multiple rate hikes starting in March. In addition, the Fed is expected to wrap up its monthly asset purchase program that same month. All right. All right, cool beans. So, a little bit of news there. Good morning, Spiro. Yep, we'll get to those charts shaking. We'll get to those. Cold and snowing. Man, it's cold over here. All right, so let's take a quick look here. Here are the TI scanners, the trade idea scanners. We got some movers moving around there. We got one EXTN, KSS as leaders there. I won't be looking too much at the small caps today, but we'll keep a close eye on them. Those are the trade idea scans. If you guys are interested, 15% off coupon code for my subscribers right there. Also, let me get you, since we're in earnings season, let me get you guys really quickly an ebook that you can download. Hold on, I'll get that for you right now. Where is it? Here we go. Earnings ebook. Free download. You'll have to copy and paste it. It looks like the hyperlink won't work. Let me try again for you. Maybe I can get it to work. Yeah, here we go. This will work. All right, so we'll get rid of that one. Free ebook. There you go. All right, so let's get to work. All right, so one, no volume there. EXTN, no volume there. Well, it's a little volume. It's good volume on this one, actually. Good volume on this one. So I'm going to just write it down and then we'll come back to it because I want to go take a look at those other charts as well that Shaken asked about. I think it was Shaken. Yeah, Shaken. Okay, so EXTN. Let's see KSS. Yeah, we can keep this one on watch. All right. Okay, so we got those. Now, Shaken, you wanted me to take a look at Tesla and Alphabet. It doesn't matter about their earnings at this point. The overall market, morning, Ricardo, morning. The overall market's the one dictating things. I do have Tesla on the weekly watch list, Shaken. I don't know if you're on the email list, but you can get the weekly watch list and the daily watch list sent to your inbox. Here you go. You are on the weekly watch list? Okay, so you already got it then. Tesla's on the weekly. This is the support zone right here at 900 bucks. We're underneath it right now. If that doesn't hold, you know, Tesla has a long way to go. It could fall all the way down here to the 200-day moving average. It's got 100 points to the downside that it could fall to. I don't think that we see that today. I don't think we see that today. All right, so we have EXTN, KSS. We'll watch Tesla. Tesla, you know, I just think that the market today could give us a little relief bounce today and maybe get a little choppier as we progress into the FOMC meeting starting tomorrow. So I think today just could be maybe like a little bit of a sell-off and then it just maybe gets choppy. That's pretty cool, Shaken. Shaken says, I actually have to trade Tesla and Google options for a school project. That's cool, man. That's actually pretty cool. So yeah, just, you know, that's the level to watch. 900 for support. 900 for support. If 900 doesn't hold and 900 becomes resistance, then put options for the ride down. But the problem is that, you know, I don't think this week. Like, I don't think this week the SPY gets down here like right away or anything like that. Like, the SPY down there 426. I don't think that happens today or anything like that. If anything, little relief bounce day, followed by a little bit of choppiness, and then on Wednesday, when the Fed comes out, says what they have to say, at that point, you know, I think they'll probably try to calm the markets and be like, all right, guys, you know, I'm gonna say how they should say it so everybody understands. All right, guys, so, you know, relax a little bit. You don't gotta be all super nervous and aggressive and selling everything. The world's not ending. We're not gonna run our balance sheet off until latter half of the year, and we're gonna finish our asset repurchasing program now probably next month, and interest rate hikes, you know, we won't see those start to happen until March, April, May, you know, maybe June. If they do something like that, market bounces. No new all-time highs. In my opinion, that's out the window. All right, that's out the window for at least a couple years. But the market bounces. But if Fed comes out, basically says, all right, guys, we're finishing tapering next month, February. First rate hike, March. and we're gonna start running off our balance sheet, you know, starting right after March, April, May. Oh my God, we go lower, you know. And I think regardless of what they say, we get down here to the 426, probably next month. Probably next month. So that's my, and I'll have to do that forecast again. See, Lance, welcome to the Discord. Glad to have you on there. I'll have to do that forecast later again, more than likely. Hey guys, do me a quick favor. Hit that like button for me. Really helps out tremendously. All right, so might as well write up the SPY now. All right. Okay, so SPY for the intraday action. Watching for either 436 to hold support for a bounce and choppy day, or resistance and a drop down to 432 for a bounce and a potentially choppy day. So those are two levels I'll be watching. They're right here on the daily chart. 436, 432. Next, Tesla. Tesla. Tesla watching for the $900 area to become support and give a bounce. That's way too high. It bounced back into the 920s probably. Bounce back into the 920s. If 900 holds resistance, we have room to fall to the 880s. So if the $900 area holds resistance, we have room to fall down to the 880s. Shaken, welcome to the Discord, man. Glad to have you on there. Remember, guys, today I stream all day long in the Discord for free. All right, free chat Monday is what we call it. So swing on by the Discord, come hang out, come trade with us. There's the link in chat. All right, so we got SPY and Tesla down. I know I'm gonna have to go over it again probably later on in the stream because more people will trickle in, and you know they're gonna ask. So at least we already have it written down. We'll go over it again later. Let's check in on this EXTN real quick. EXTN. This must have some sort of news. All right. So EXTN. Creating a premier integrated global provider of energy infrastructure. Today announced a business combination to create premier integrated global provider of energy infrastructure. So that's what they're doing. Yeah, the beast, exactly. They're combining. The companies will combine in an all-share transaction pursuant to the Enerflex, to which Enerflex will acquire all of the outstanding common stock of Extran on a basis of a 1.021. It's moving around. Look at all this resistance. What? That's not what I meant to do. What was that? Look at all his resistance at 550. That's crazy. So that one has tremendous resistance there. Combining, okay, so EXTN combining with, what's the name of the company they're combining with? Enerflex. So combining with Enerflex, watching the 550 area, which could be major resistance to hold resistance for a fade, or break and a hold as support for a move upwards, move towards $6 to $7. And I think I'll just put this thing on the back burner list. And we'll see if it's still here. We'll see if it's still here later. Phil, good morning, sure thing. All right, we'll check in on BABA right now. So BABA is still drifting here. BABA has about 110 that should be a potential major support zone. You could see back here, previous all-time high, right there. And recently has been an area of support. So that's definitely going to be the zone to watch on BABA for some support. We'll even put it on the watch list. BABA watching for the 110 area to hold support. For a bounce back into the 120s. Okay, so KSS. So KSS, Kohl's, major resistance zone there. Major support there on KSS. Looks like they might be potentially getting bought out. Let's see here. Coal stock surges as retailer feels pressure from 2% potential suitors. Coal shares surged more than 20% in pre-market trading Monday, following reports that the retailer could be fielding takeover offers from two suitors. The Wall Street Journal reported over the weekend that activist hedge fund Starboard Value was behind a group that made a $9 billion bid for Kohl's, the department store operator. The bidding group was led by Starboard-backed ACR Research, which told Kohl's that it was assured by bankers that it could get financing for a bid that values the retail at $64 a share. And that's all-time highs, basically, 65 bucks. You can see here, clear as day. Look at all this resistance on Kohl's at that level. So KSS, potential interest in takeover at $64 a share. Resistance around 65 zone. Watching for that area to hold resistance for a fall back down to the low 60s. or a break and hold for a push to new all-time highs. All right, do you think a short to 110 could be done safely? I think the easy shorts have come and gone right now for today. Well, for today and possibly tomorrow. You have a minor level of support at 116 or so. And you might have a little bit of resistance around 121. Okay, you might have a little bit of resistance around 120. You know, you need a bounce back into that resistance zone to be able to get short in front of resistance. On a rejection of the resistance, obviously. For a drop down to the 110, 111 zone. But right now, I mean, it's not going to be easy. Look at all it's dropped already, you know? Yeah, see, if it gets back up in here and rejects, see, previous support, oops, previous support back here. This morning in pre-market, where do we find resistance? Right there at that same line. And then you faded. That would have been the moment to have gotten the short when you rejected that level. So basically, a short anywhere in there would have been good with a stop just above it. But now it's going to be much more difficult. The King, what's up, Peloton? You got it, my pleasure. So Peloton, last week, look, I drew this little bear flag here. Last week I drew this little bear flag. I think it was Friday with my team in the Discord at the daytraderchatroom.com. And I said, let's watch and see if Peloton starts to now set up a little bear flag on the daily chart before maybe giving us a leg on down. But it'll be anyone's guess because the simple fact is that they are right now a very attractive buyout candidate. So any day some buyout news can come and the stock could be, you know, at 30 bucks, 35 bucks. You know what I'm saying? So got to be careful with that. Got to be careful with that. All right, so we got SPY, Tesla, BABA, KSS on watch so far. What else do we have out here? That looks like a nasty pump and dump. Pixie's still fighting back, which is pretty interesting. On my daily chart, the blue is the 50-day moving average. The whitish yellow one here is the 100-day moving average. And the red is the 200-day moving average. Give me 1 second here, guys. So we got SPY, Tesla, BABA, KSS on watch so far. All right. All right, guys. Do you guys have any other tickers you want me to take a look at for you? going to take a look at, where did my chat go? At V. Holding up really well. I mean, this isn't something that I would trade actively. This would be like an investment stock for me. You're going to have some resistance up here at 214, 215. Previous resistance there. Here. Turn support. And you got some bottom support down here around 190. I might set up a new channel there. Snap. Well, with tech being as weak as it is, you know, Snap probably has some more further downside. The Nasdaq, you know, is going to be, I mean, it's nipping away at the bear market territory. So I would imagine that we're going to see that in a bear market or very close to bear market the rest of the year. So I think, in my opinion, you're going to have a year or two of being able to scoop up tech stocks for the long-term hold. You know, for the 10, 20-year hold, you're going to be able to scoop, like, it's just going to be choppy. So I think you're going to see a lot of opportunity to pick up companies that are speculative, that you believe might have a bright future, and then some pretty decent companies that have, you know, cash, they don't have debt, you know, stuff like that, like Palantir, for example, for the long hold as well. So on Snap, it had this potential support here that we drew. Remember this one? For that huge gap. And it broke through it. So at this point, the next level is right down here where we're at. We've already filled that big old gap. Just about. So you want to see it hold those 28s. So you want to see it hold those 28s, I would say. Crazy move Snap did. DWAC. Yeah, DWAC made a really nice move. It's trying to hold those 66s, and then bottom support will be down here at the 50-day moving average, above 52. So Netflix is at a crucial potential support zone here. If it doesn't bounce off of this level, you know, it might just be choppy. Could even get down here to the 330s. It could get down there to those 330s. I wouldn't say it's a screaming buy, but if you believe in Netflix and the future of Netflix as an investment, then when I'm going to invest in something, I don't try to scoop up the bottom. If I'm going to invest in a company as an investor, I don't try to scoop up the bottom, because you just never know. You know what? I'll give you a perfect example of trying to scoop up the bottom and how much money it cost me. The year before, when Ford was down here, okay, at $4 and change, my buddy stepped in there and he bought about 1,000 shares or something like that. He sold them way too quickly. But regardless of that, I looked at him and I was like, nah, man, I'm going to pick it up when it gets into the threes. And I'm going to pick up 1,000 shares or a couple thousand shares, and I'm going to hold them. I'm going to stash them away in the retirement account. Look at that. Look at what happened for trying to scoop up the bottom. So I don't do that, right? So what I do is I just dollar cost average in. So I'll give you an example. On Palantir, I bought Palantir in here. I bought Palantir in there. Notice how it's all the dips. I've bought Palantir in there. I've bought Palantir in here. And I've bought Palantir in here. And I will continue to buy Palantir because I believe that the company has a potentially bright future, and I'm an investor in it. I've always been investing in it. I've done 1 trade or 2 trades on Palantir, but they've been trades. They've been swing trades or day trades. This is investment, right? I've been buying it and scooping it up for the long term, meaning I'm going to hold on to these shares for the next 10, 20 years. All right. Hell, a couple of them are in my retirement account and my wife's retirement account. We've bought it in our IRAs. I have some in my taxable account as well, but these are all long-term holds. So what I do is I'll just buy in the dips, buy in the dips, buy in the dips. Now, eventually, obviously, there's a point in time where I don't buy any more dips. But if I liked it up here and fundamentally nothing has changed within the company, then I gotta love it down here. You know? That's just the nature of the beast. If it gets down here a little bit lower, I'll scoop up some more. And if it ever gets down here under $10, I'm gonna load it up a little bit, and then I'll hold on to that. So on Netflix, if you're looking at it from an investment standpoint, and you like the company here, you know, and you buy it and nothing changes fundamentally with it, you're gonna love it if it gets down here. Now, as far as fundamental, Netflix has changed some because it's got more competition. It's admitted to struggling because of the competition, right? So you have 2 things hitting Netflix. You have earnings that weren't the greatest anymore. They lowered their forward guidance. So you have that. That is fundamental changes within Netflix. And then on top of that, you have the overall market issue, okay? You have the overall market issue. This reminds me a lot of Boeing. Boeing was being a monster, right? And then it had bad news come out. And then on top of bad news come out, okay, we had the crash, right? So Boeing got hit twice. It got hit by the bad news and it got hit by the crash. I picked up Boeing back then, and I had an average in Boeing of 110. I still have some Boeing. I picked up Boeing from in the 80s. I averaged into it $110. I sold Boeing last year, I want to say, last year somewhere around 220 is where I sold Boeing. I still have a little bit in my retirement account from down here. But notice how Boeing never really fully recovered, right? Because it recovered some of its issues. The market recovered. A lot of stocks pushed up new all-time highs. Boeing did not. Boeing started having other issues, right? So this is a company that got hit by the overall market and by its own issues. Netflix getting hit by its own issues and the overall company. The only difference is, you know, I think Netflix could potentially still have a bright future. Am I investing in it? I don't have any Netflix. I think my daughter's M1 account has some Netflix in it, but it's a small amount. Let me double check. I'm gonna tell you right now because I'm transparent like that. Yeah, she has a little Netflix in it, but very tiny amount in her little account. So, am I a buyer of Netflix? Not here. I don't think so. No. Maybe if it gets under $300, it'll tempt me. But other than that, I don't really care to buy it. So there's your 10-minute rant about Netflix and investments. QQQ the king. Let's go ahead and take a look at QQQ. So, you know, like I said, the NASDAQ is nipping at bear market. I believe the NASDAQ hits bear market territory and probably stays within that bear market to correction territory the whole year. And probably the following year. Just my opinion. Just one guy's opinion. So, good time to buy long-term. Not, guys, when I say long-term, I'm talking 10, 20, 25, maybe even 30 years. I'm not talking about, long-term, a year, 2 years. No. If you want to hold something for a year or 2 years, go look at financials. Go look at energy. Go look at health. Okay? But if when you're like stashing away stuff for the next 20 years, you know, maybe this year, next year, there's a lot of opportunity to add some tech names that you might like that you missed out on. So yeah, the Q's 343 zone should be a bounce zone for it, possibly today. Possibly today. All right, so we'll see. We'll see if it holds this level. Previous resistance there. Okay, we'll see if now it turns into support here on today. I expect today to be a little bit choppier. I expect today to, how do you say, have maybe a quick little downside move followed by a nice little bounce and then just choppy the rest of the day. That's what I expect today to be like. Doesn't mean it's going to be. Maybe I'm wrong. You know, maybe we'll have a nasty sell-off. You know, maybe there's still some more selling off to do. Or maybe we have a big sell-off in the morning and then it gets choppy the rest of the day. Tomorrow we start the Fed meeting. So it's anyone's guess really what will happen today and tomorrow. Wednesday. Shaken, I'm guessing you weren't here earlier, and that's fine. I knew I was going to repeat this again. What time is it? Okay, cool. So, you know, depending on what happens on Wednesday, right? So Wednesday, if the Fed comes out, says, guys, we are going to start, we're going to finish our taper in February. In March, we're going to have our first interest rate hike, okay? And we're going to start running our balance sheet. Oh, I lost the light. We're going to start running our balance sheet in April. Running off our balance sheet in April or May, whatever, June. Market's going to be like, damn, that's pretty quickly. It's pretty fast. I don't like that. We'll probably see a drop Wednesday. Man, that was good. Cuban coffee. So we'll probably see a drop on Wednesday, right? A nasty pullback. That could take that will definitely take the Nasdaq into bear territory. And no, don't worry. I knew that it was early, you know, so I knew I was gonna have to talk about this twice. One a little bit at the beginning and a little bit now at the end, and that's fine. And that'll take the SPY into that 426 zone, right? And that correction territory. Okay, so that's what I think. Now, if the Fed comes out, because you got to, as traders, you have to be ready for both sides of the coin. So that's the bearish side. If the Fed comes out Wednesday aggressive still. Now, you got to think in this way, right? That would be the responsible thing for the Fed to do, to be honest, to control inflation. Yes, the market's going to hurt, but it's going to recover. In my opinion, that would be the smart thing for the Fed to do. Ignoring the market, letting it go through its growing pains, and controlling inflation. That's honestly. Now, what would be the bullish thing for the market? The Fed comes out, says, guys, we're gonna finish our tapering here in February. We're going to probably not have our first rate hike until right before the summer. And we're not going to be running off the balance sheet until probably the latter half of the year, maybe Q4. If that happens, then on Wednesday we should get a bounce, a strong bounce. Albeit not, oh my God, we're going to bounce back to all-time highs. No. We'd probably get a strong bounce on Wednesday going into Thursday, Friday, right? And then it starts to fade later on. Because eventually, in my opinion, the SPY has to get down here to the 420s. It's just what I think. Now, let me show you something really quickly here. Let me see if I can get this to work. Guys, do me a quick favor. We got 30 people watching the stream. We only got 19 likes. Help me out. Hit that like button. Really helps out tremendously with the YouTube algorithm. All right, give me 1 second here. I want to see if I can show you this with the volume. So I'm going to put a video up here with the volume. Let me show you really quickly. What I think is going to happen. Okay, perfect. So it's going to work. I posted this clip. This is a YouTube short, so a 15-second video. I posted it on January 10th. Okay? Listen to what I say. Let me show you really quickly what I think is going to happen with the market coming into the rest of the week. So today the SPY came all the way down here, basically towards that 100-day moving average and jumped right off of it. I think it's a sucker's rally, and we're not going to break above it and move to all-time highs. Subscribe for more info. So you guys heard me. I said on this day, right here, on that day right there, I said it's a sucker's rally. Did it work? I want to know if it worked by chance. What I just did, that I posted the video clip there and the audio. Did you guys hear the audio? I want to see if, I'm not super techy. I want to see if that worked. Let me know if that worked, guys. Okay, cool. Awesome. And the beast, you're proud of me, huh? Yannick, thanks, guys. Okay, so on this day, I said it was a suckers rally. I said this was not, we were not going to go up to new all-time highs. We were not. So I'm telling you, we don't see new all-time highs again for, I'd say, for this year for sure, and next year probably again. I think the SPY eventually finds its footing somewhere in there. I would say the SPY finds its footing and trades probably under 450. You know, probably under 450. I would probably think the SPY would trade somewhere under 450, under the 200-day moving average for the rest of the year, and then starts to slow down. And then I would say the Qs would do something similar, just a little bit more bearish, and you get plenty of opportunity to add to long-term stuff. Now, people are freaking out. Oh my God, the market's crashing. Scroll back. Look at that market. It's a drop in the bucket. Oh my God, but people's retirement accounts. If somebody's retiring this year or next year, they've probably been holding on to their retirement portfolio for the last 20, 30 years. So they're fine. They've lost some money, no doubt about it, unrealized. But they're more than fine. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, relax. Relax. Okay, what else? Apple. Apple broke through that key level there that we drew out. So now we're testing this 100-day moving average, which is the next key level. Very key. Resistance here. Support here. Now you want to see Apple start to hold that level. You'll want to start to see Apple hold that level. Next level will be in the 145s. Guys, remember today I'm going to be streaming all day in the Discord for free. Come join us. Links right there in chat. All right, guys. So we got a couple minutes. We got 8 minutes left here before we move on and go over to the Discord. Remember, I stream until 9, and then I move over to the Discord. Let's write down the Qs because we went over them, but we didn't write them down on the watch list. Also, remember, if you want the watch list, I can get that sent out to you in an email today. You could sign up for the watch list right here. All right, so Qs, watching for the 344, 343. 343 area to hold support. Jack, welcome to the Discord. Glad to have you on there. So watching for the 343 area to hold support for a potential bounce, relief bounce. Where could we bounce to? $343. Could take us back into 346, 347. So Q's watching for 343 area to hold support for a relief bounce back to 346, 347. Then possibly gets choppy. Or Man, I can't see the Qs breaking 343 today. Honestly, I can't. Or a break of 343 that could take it down to 337. Or a breakdown under 343. If that holds resistance, we could see 337s. There we go. So we got the SPY, Tesla, the Qs, we got BABA, KSS on watch. I think that's pretty good. SoFi. I added SoFi to my long-term portfolio. Not full add yet, but I got a good chunk of it. I got probably about 50% of what I wanted. I added I bought in here, added in here, added in here. When we got the banking charter approved, which is great, got a nice push, and I would be convinced we would be holding over 15 now if the market wouldn't have dumped. But sure enough, we dumped, so here we go. 15's a very tough zone for it, so watch and see if that level holds resistance. You don't hear anything in Discord? Will you be live? I'm live all the time there. I mean, I'm not live there now because I'm here. Yeah, so I'm live here. So I'm not live over on the Discord right now. I'll be live talking on the microphone on the Discord at 9:20 a.m. What if Putin goes nuts? I mean, it's just going to add more turmoil. That's kind of already been priced in a little bit in this drop. So like the market's already taken that into account. Not fully, not full out war or anything like that, but that is already playing a factor in the market right now, with Putin and Ukraine. All right, so what do we got here? P172, welcome to the Discord. Glad to have you on there. Welcome to the team. Guys, really quickly, I'm just going to show you how to navigate the Discord for those of you who are new to it. When you're over here on the Discord, oh, here are my trades from Friday. Long SPY calls. Well, first, the swing trade from Thursday. 566 average entry. Took profits as we went into the close on those puts. Flat at $8.02. Bang. Then I got long SPY put options at 505. Took some profit 515, 532, 560, flat 591. Then I flipped it, got long SPY calls at 209, 231 profit, 249, 264, added back at 223, took profits 261, 270, 305, flat 262. And I actually have all of that in a recap here on YouTube. So if you guys haven't seen it, let me get you the link to Sunday's video so you can see that recap of the trading from Thursday to Friday. You're going to see a lot of people trading options on YouTube right now getting destroyed. That's because they don't know what they're doing, you know, and they're trying to teach you. So you want to make sure that you're learning from the correct sources. Recap, $3,000 day, recap video from Friday. Okay, so when you're in here in the Discord, guys, you want to scroll down here. You see where it says Free Chat Monday? Free Chat Monday, that's where you'll click and you can come join us. All right, we have about a little bit over 400 members right now, so they usually start to trickle into the stream a little bit later in the morning, especially after I sign off from here. So check out the Free Chat Monday tab there, and you can join us there. We got a couple minutes here, so let me see if I can bang these out for you. Goog. This area right here at 2,500 is going to be pretty important. But more than that, that 2490s area could be a potential support zone for Alphabet. You might have some resistance here at around 2570s. Yeah, everything's down. Everything's down. Docu got crushed, you know, a while back, so this is not new. BLNK. Yeah, BLNK broke down underneath that 2640s. We said to watch that level there for potential support or resistance, depending on which direction it was going. AMC broke underneath the bear flag formation. I think AMC has to come down here to the 1450s. Yep. EXTN. Yep, EXTN's on the watch list. It's going to have high, strong 550s resistance. So, watch list is pretty complete here, guys. If you want to get the watch list emailed out to you, make sure to click here and sign up for the watch list, and we'll go ahead and get that sent out. And it is 9 o'clock, so I'm going to start heading on over to the Discord. Come join us. I'll be live there at 9:20 a.m., okay? So, guys, I'll be back tomorrow at 8 a.m. and I'll stream every day this week, Monday through Thursday from 8 a.m. to 9, and we'll go ahead and do this. We'll work on the watch list together. I'll go through your tickers, answer your questions, and then we'll send out the watch list to your inbox, okay? So I'm going to get ready to hop on over to the Discord, put the final touches on this watch list. I'll send it over to Jonal, site administrator over at the daytraderchatroom.com. He'll send it out in an email blast to all of you, and then I'll be in the Discord, all right? So thank you very much for tuning in. Thank you very much for hitting that like button. You guys really hooked it up today. I'm really appreciative of that. And we're going to go ahead and get this watch list sent out to you. And then I'm going to hop on over to the Discord stream, and I'll be there the rest of the day, okay? Guys, I'll see you all tomorrow. Be careful out there. If you're not trading with us in the Discord today, definitely, you know, just my final words for you. Be careful out there today. Be careful out there this week. It's going to be volatile. I'm going to have a lot of fun. Last week, we tore it up. So I'm looking forward to doing the same this week. All right. Thank you guys very much. And I'll see you tomorrow morning or over in the Discord.